Hi guys. So my name's Brian Halliley. I'm a intern at Hospice Inc. in Poughkeepsie, New York, and I graduated at Nazareth at the spring semester of 2011. I started my internship just in January of this year, and so now I'm in my second month, just at the end of it. And when Sarah asked me to do the blog, I was trying to think of what to write about, whether I wanted to talk about a specific experience or, I was just trying to think of what to do. And I decided to kind of talk about how I came up with the placement, since not a lot of people go into hospice. It seems to be a very sensitive issue, and it kind of scares a lot of people. So I yeah, I thought that would be kind of interesting to talk about how I ended up with my decision of going into it. Um, and when I was looking into it, I realized that there's not a lot of opportunities as an undergrad. There's just, at least in the school that at Nazareth specifically, really, there were a couple of uh, music therapists in the area, but really not a lot of chances. Um, so I didn't get a chance to actually shadow somebody before going into my internship. Um, and that's something, it's made it a little more anxiety provoking, but it's still okay, I think, because in the end I did get to see some of the conferences and sessions there and the whole process, and a lot of things came up with that. So I decided to kind of still go for it. But so yeah, so it's something that I think is still worth it. Um, but that one of the nice things I got really lucky with in my internship, which could be very appealing. There are ones still out there that have mileage reimbursement because you do a lot of traveling, and they have a stipend to cover the costs. So that was a really big benefit. In regards to the mileage reimbursement, it's really important because a lot of times, well, my clinical experience in the internship is going to uh, patient homes, going to nursing homes, and even to hospitals, which I got a recent orientation to. So I'm going to start doing that this week, which is exciting. Um, so that's something that's really worth looking into because gas is, we know, is a big expense. Um, so but yeah, this is really my first time talking about how I decided to go into hospice. I really, in the internship, they allow a lot of processing from week to week, um, from working with patients and things that come up, whether it's transference, cutter transference stuff, or something that just is a soft or a sensitive issue for you, and it's worth talking about with your supervisor. And that's something too, you really need a good supervisor with your internship because you're going to have to lean on them a good amount. So I would say, when you're applying and you're talking with your supervisor, really look at if this person is right for you, because you're going to be processing a lot with them, and you're going to want to know whether you can lean on them or feel comfortable with them. And that's something I got really lucky with my intern director. So um, but yeah, by processing things week to week, it really helps prevent burnout, which is something that can happen all too often with hospice. If you don't go through the right channels and you don't process what happens, and you let things build up inside you, and it just ends up eating away at you in a not good way. So, but it's all preventable if you just take the time to really process everything. It's very extremely important that you do that, because burnout is, it's not fun to go through. So um, but one of the also big benefits too with hospice is a lot of the staff that you end up working with are extremely friendly and social, and they love to be there working with people. That's the reason they're there. And one thing about people that work with people, They love other people who like working with people. It's this kind of thing that they like. So um, it just turns out to be a big, uh, great time because you make so many relationships and friendships with people that at work that you maybe wouldn't think of before. So, but yeah, my big message is consider looking into hospice. It's a good experience, and if it doesn't totally scare you, and the thought of dying maybe even intrigues you in a weird way, but not you know too weird, I'd say look into it and at least consider it. So, but thanks so much. All right.